Alrighty friendos, welcome in. So in today's video, I'm going to do a whole comprehensive guide on each map in Phasmophobia. So I'm going to go through each map, show you where the cursed possessions spawn, where spots where you can loop the ghost, and I've already done a guide on hiding spots, but I'll go and touch on it briefly, like near the end of each map, in case you haven't seen the video or you just want that in this video. So, sum it all up, each map, cursed possessions spawn, places that you can loop the ghost, hiding spots, and maybe some other nuanced stuff that I know about the map. And I'll go ahead and preface it right now. I know about some hiding spots. Maybe I don't use them or I don't trust them. So like these are just the ones that I'd recommend and the knowledge that I have obtained. So without further ado, we're gonna go through cursed possessions first. So from the front door, the first cursed possession you're gonna run into is the music box. Wow, I pictured that. Which is in the nursery right here by the teddy bear. Next cursed possession is the mirror on the wall right outside like the master bedroom, I'd call it. And I'm on a custom difficulty with all cursed possessions, so you don't normally play with all cursed possessions. You normally have one random one. Let's go preface that right now. Here are the tarot cards on the table in the living room right by this cute little doggo. Look at that. Sorry. Can you tell I'm a dog person? And then the monkey paw spawns in the dining room cupboard area. Hello, ghost. In this cupboard. And then the voodoo doll spawns on this trash can in the garage by the mannequin. And the last two cursed possessions spawn in the basement. So you have the summoning circle right here, and then the Ouija board on this table in the back of the basement. The breaker spawns at Tanglewood are super straightforward. You could have one breaker that is in the garage, be right here, and the other breaker spawn could be in the basement, which is where ours is, right here. Ta-da! And as far as hiding spots on Tanglewood, I mean, these closets are hiding spots. They won't always be open for you depending on what difficulty you're playing on, but you can check, like you have a closet here, a closet in this boys' bedroom, and you actually, in this closet, if it's blocked, you actually can still use it as a hiding spot. You just kind of like smush yourself in like this. And I usually try to hold like one of the closet doors shut, and I've survived here plenty times. The ghost has come right here, not killed me. But obviously, a spot that is not blocked is much better. So yeah, I have a closet in that room, in this hallway, and then also the nursery. This is a hiding spot right here, and I've also gotten away with hiding right here when that hiding spot is broken. Like I've done a couple 15 times difficulties on this map from this spot right here and been totally fine. We have another hiding spot in the garage in these lockers. And the last official hiding spot that I would trust is right here in the basement behind this board. And this board needs to be here for it to actually be a legitimate hiding spot. Now take some of these hiding spots with a grain of salt. I mean, I have heard people die here because the ghost clipped through. But these spots work for me. Sometimes some weird things happen. Alright, now for the Tanglewood looping spots. Now I did put myself on a difficulty where I am normal speed, so you guys can see these spots in action without me being like infinite sprint. Okay. Well, I gotta hide for one hunt because this ghost is mean. Okay. So the first looping spot, and probably the most popular one, is the kitchen island. In the kitchen. You got two options here. You can either stand loop it or crouch loop it. Standing it's gonna mean the ghost is gonna get significantly faster and faster. However, I do believe right now we're going against a revenant, so even crouch looping it here is gonna be a little bit scary. But we're gonna loop it and I'm gonna show you how it works. I guess you could also technically loop the ghost over by the dining room. It's just when you have the kitchen island here, it's much more cozy, much cozier I should say, because you can crouch and turn off your flashlight and then it turns into like a hiding spot as long as you move around. Dining room table, you cannot block line of sight with it, so the ghost would just be getting faster and faster and you'd have nowhere to go. Okay, here we go. Okay, so if you see I crouch loop it and I turn up my flashlight, the ghost will lose me. And this is a revenant, so it's like extra fast when it detects me. Yeah, you could sit here if it's a normal speed of ghost. You could like sit here and just crouch loop it the whole time. I don't know if I can do that with a rev though. Okay, hunt's over. Alright, now for the next looping spot is the van. The van's not as great as the kitchen island because you can kind of see the ghost like through the windows. But it's not as easy to see the ghost, so if you're trying to get like a visual for a test, it's a little more difficult, but you can definitely use the van to loop the ghost. I'm just gonna turn off my flashlight so it slows down a little bit. Alright, yeah, you won't be able to see on the other side of it. Oh, but he just saw me there. Alright, I'm at the smudge him. Okay, he actually. Oh, okay, I have to smudge him. Okay. Okay, you can't use the van. I prefer the kitchen island because you can actually see the ghost, but the van is also an option. And if you're feeling extra brave and want a little bit of a challenge, you can also loop the ghost here at the coffee table, but it's pretty hard, not as valuable and safe as, like, say, the kitchen counter, or the kitchen island, or the car in the garage, but it can also work. I used probably way too many smudges there that I should have, but he like blinked and I wasn't sure which way he went, so that was pretty scuffed and not worth the 3 smudges, but there you go. And also, I almost forgot to mention one of the more important things about Tanglewood is that there is a potato in this cabinet right here that makes the most delightful noise when you drop it. Le potato. Okay, now we are on Edgefield, so let's go through all the cursed possession spawns. Immediately walk in, you can have tarot cards on this table by the front door, the mirror, or the music box. You go this way into the kitchen, into the laundry room. Under this shelf, you could have the Ouija board. Then if you go down to the basement, you could have, boom, a summoning circle. And then the last 2 cursed possessions spawn upstairs. The monkey paw will be in the nursery on the right. Or right there. Or if you get a voodoo doll, it will be in this like last bedroom here. Well, not last, but kind of last. On the bed. You kind of sometimes have to like crawl up here and just grab it. The Edgefield breaker will either spawn in the garage. Right there. Hello, Bone. Or in the basement. Right here, which is where ours is. And as far as hiding spots go, we have a hiding spot in this laundry room. This is technically a hiding spot. I've always survived here. I've had people tell me they haven't, but I've lived. I know some people like to use this table here. I don't trust it at all, but that is an option. One of my favorite spots, which has about a 90% success rate, because I'll get into it in a second, but this is the only looping spot in the house, in the living room. And so a lot of times after I smudge, if the hiding in the garage is blocked, I'll just go down to the basement, which has blocked a lot of line of sight, so the ghost has usually lost me. And assuming these are blocked as well, I'll go in here and hide right here. I've only died here like 2 or 3 times out of the 50 plus times I've used this spot, so it has to be very unlucky pathing by the ghost to come all the way in here and go here. But usually they come downstairs and just kind of go here. You're like, oh, don't see anyone. Okay, going back upstairs. And then you have 2 locker hiding spots on this map. One in the basement here, assuming like it's not blocked. And then one in the garage right here. And then upstairs, you have some closets. You have a closet in this bedroom. 2 closets in this hallway, a closet in that bedroom, and then 2 closets in this bedroom. And I've also gotten away with like hiding here before, assuming the ghost doesn't spawn right in front of me. And I've also gotten away with hiding, like assuming that those spots are blocked. I've also gotten away with hiding like here. So if you need some like sneaky spots, if you have no hiding, like these closets are blocked, you could try that out. You might also be able to get away. You might be able to get away with that one, but again, only use that if you have no other hiding spot that you can get to. Again, there could be other spots that people use, but those are just the ones that I trust. Like I think maybe even people, I don't trust that spot actually. People may have even gone away with hiding here. Again, I wouldn't trust it though. And like I mentioned earlier, the only looping spot is this couch right here. Let me see really quick if I have this hiding spot up. Oh, okay. I'm like playing on my 0 sanity, 0 evidence difficulty now to showcase the looping. Not another revenant. You have got to be kidding. What is this? I'm actually like loaded out of 2 other games because I just wanted to showcase a couple things. So I skipped 2 games, didn't know what the ghost was, like didn't look for it. And then now in my 3rd game, I'm actually playing against a revenant again. Oh my god. Okay. Like I mentioned earlier, if the garage lockers aren't open, I normally go into the basement. Hopefully I can actually make it to the lockers in the garage though. Let's go and showcase how I use this spot. I normally only get like 1 loop out of the ghost here, just because I know I have to make it to my hiding spot with only 1 smudge. Oh, that's actually really convenient. He went upstairs. And sometimes, if I have time, I'll close that door behind me. That way it blocks a little bit more line of sight, so the ghost has a little bit less of an idea of where you went. Basically, when you go to hide, the more line of sight you can break, the higher your chances of survival. Okay. Yeah, Edgefield, not a great looping spot, but that's the only one that I use and know to use. Okay, now we are on a Ridgeview. So as far as cursed possessions go, as soon as you walk in, you could have tarot cards on this table, a mirror right in front of the basement door, Ouija board is in the laundry room, the voodoo doll is on this bench by the piano, summoning circle will be in the basement. They love to be in the basements, I tell you what. And then music box will be upstairs in this room right here, if you have it, on this table. And then monkey paw will be in this room, on this desk, if you have it. Ridgeview has 3 breaker spawns. One could be in the garage, right here. And the other 2 spawns could be in the basement. One being over here, right about there. And the other one will be right here. As far as hiding spots go, there's actually a lot in Ridgeview. The best hiding spot, by far, is this fridge right here. I use this almost always, even if I have, like, closet hiding. That spot is safe as long as the ghost doesn't spawn in front of you. Or, like, you know, do a ghost spin on you, then hunt on top of you if you don't have a crucifix. I usually have a crucifix in this room with me if I'm gonna hide there. Just so it can't, like, hunt on top of me. Same with this hiding spot. I would definitely try to have a crucifix near you if the ghost could be nearby and hunt on top of you. But this is also a hiding spot. This piano. Oh, look, a bone. This piano also works as a hiding spot. But again, I would try to have a crucifix near you so the ghost doesn't hunt on top of you. In the garage, you have 2 sets of lockers, here and there. In the basement, you have a set of lockers and these bins back here. Ta-da. This shelf, here, let me turn the light on. This shelf actually blocks line of sight as well if you can't get to the locker in time. You just gotta, kind of like the kitchen islands, you gotta pay attention to where the ghost is going. But I've definitely sat here before if the ghost is, say, hunted right there and I couldn't get in the locker. And then when the ghost goes upstairs, I just kind of make my merry way into the locker. I mean, the same could probably be said about these, but they're a lot smaller, so it's a lot riskier. But those do block line of sight. Now, over in the master bedroom, there's only really one good hiding spot. It's another one of those hiding spots you probably won't have a crucifix on you if the ghost could hunt near you or on top of you. It's right here in the, like, I guess this is the master bedroom, right? Master bedroom closet. And upstairs in Ridgeview, you have a closet here, a closet there, a closet here, and you guessed it, another closet in here. And I've actually gotten away with hiding here if this closet's blocked. It's worked in a pinch. I believe those are all the hiding spots that I would recommend. And as far as the best looping spot on Ridgeview, it's gonna be the dining room table. Actually, you can loop it without a smudge stick. As you see, I have no smudge stick in my hand, and I'm on, like, normal player speed. So I'll show you that. I've also seen people use this chair to loop. Oh, Lord. I've also seen people use that chair to loop the ghost. However, I'm not particularly a huge fan of that, so I normally don't. But the key to this table, and I've talked about in other videos, is that you just want to save your sprint. You make sure you're only sprinting, just tap it ever so slightly when the ghost just gets maybe like a little bit too close. The thing about this looping spot is that when the ghost hits that wall and starts getting faster, it almost kind of like slows it down. So it gives you like a lot of time to like get away. So yeah, if you don't have a smudge stick, you actually can loop the ghost there with that one. Yeah, I've seen people use this looping spot, but I don't like it because the ghost just double backs too much. And when you have the dining table right here, if I in this. But you can also do it with the smudge. You can smudge the ghost, and then you have the fridge hiding. Always have the fridge hiding right there to retreat to. Alright, so now we're on Grafton. So as far as cursed possessions go, as soon as you walk in, you could have tarot cards right here on the dining table. You could have a music box on this shelf right there. Haunted mirror on the wall right here. Potentially a monkey paw holding the axe in this room right there. Also, a Ouija board in the master bedroom closet just on the floor right here. And then upstairs, you could have a voodoo doll right here in this, kind of like the nursery room, I suppose, on this chest. And the last cursed possession spawns in the, I always call it the attic, even though it's not actually an attic. I guess it's more like a storage room. Summoning circle will be in the back here on the floor. Grafton has 3 breaker spawns. The first one, it could be in this workshop right there. The other breaker spawn could be in the master bedroom closet, so through here, kind of where the Ouija board can spawn, could be right here. And the last breaker spawn is up in the storage room attic place. Through here, and it'll be right there. Now, as far as hiding spots go on this map, by far, like, the best hiding spot is gonna be this chair. This chair will never be blocked. It is always here. We love the chair. But it might be one of those hiding spots that you need a crucifix. Same with this crib. This crib, I've never died behind this crib, even though it does not look safe. I have always survived here, unless the ghost spawns right here and says, how do you do? And I've never used this hiding spot. I think it technically is a hiding spot. If you go right here, I've never used it before. I could see that being safe. But in the, like, storage room attic, you have the lockers. Turn these lights off so I don't pop the breaker. Now, downstairs, this is technically supposed to be a hiding spot, but I've died here so often. The most success I've found with this spot is, like, just smushing my face into this beam. Because I think the problem is, if you're hiding right here, when the ghost goes upstairs, they see you and come and kill you. So you want to just try to block as much line of sight as possible. But I've also been like this, and the ghost just came out of left field. And, like, from this way and just killed me. So I don't know what part of me it saw. I just basically don't use this hiding spot if I can. It is so bad. And then so through the dining room, into the kitchen, into the workshop. There's also, hello Bone, there's also a hiding spot here. And if you go through here, in the laundry room, there's another hiding spot here. I'm trying to show you like what these hiding spots look like, because this shelf will always be here, but if the boxes aren't here, it's technically not super safe. You also actually have a hiding spot in this closet in like the twins' bedroom. This is also technically a hiding spot. And the last like official hiding spot, I suppose, will be in this master bedroom down here in the closet where the Ouija board can spawn behind these boxes. This is also a hiding spot. Now, I've had people tell me they've hid behind the fridge in here. It could potentially work, but if the ghost goes right here, you're in like perfect line of sight of it, so it will see you. So this might be like in a pinch hiding spot. It probably works, but it's so situational. Like if this is the ghost room and you go and hide right here, I don't know if you'll live. I don't, maybe. Now, as far as looping spots go in Grafton, you got actually a few options. You have this table here, which actually, if you crouch behind it, it does block line of sight. However, you have this awkward chair you have to go around, which sometimes the ghost will get a little bit faster and like see you at some point. But if you do crouch, you could crouch loop it. But you just like don't have a great hiding spot to go to because you have like, well, I don't even have it right now. But if that spot was open, that would kind of be the only spot you could go to after you smudge, or just sit there and hope it doesn't see you. You also have this kitchen island, which works like the one on Tanglewood that you can crouch loop behind. And then if you have to retreat, if you have this hiding spot open, you can, oh, okay. Dude, I have like no hiding spots open on my 0 sanity 0 evidence difficulty. What the heck? This is a good showcase of like what the hiding spots look like when they're blocked. I've actually never looped the ghost here, but I think one time I've noticed that like if I crouched right here, the ghost couldn't see me. I wouldn't use this spot when you have these two spots in there. Oh, the ghost is actually hunting. Okay. Okay. I'll go and showcase maybe the dining table spot. I don't think I'm gonna show all the spots. So see if I crouch and like turn off my flashlight, the ghost should actually lose me. Yeah. Now he's still here because he's a meanie. Okay, and I didn't watch my pathing, so you keep it that way. But yeah, you could actually crouch and like lose him. Or lose the ghost, I should say. Probably one of my favorite ways to get a visual on the ghost though, especially when I first start and I don't know where it is. Like assuming I'm playing on 0 sanity, 0 evidence. But I think that actually the ghost is in this room, so it might not work in this situation. Oh, hello. Is that I go up here at top of the balcony and wait right here with the smudge stick. And especially if it's downstairs, and when it comes upstairs, you get a really long visual of it. And you can kind of like hide it back into this room and continue to get a visual of it. Smudge and then hide behind that crib. That's like one of my favorite ways to do it. I don't think it would work in this scenario. I think the ghost is in this room. So yeah, those are all the looping spots I would use. Dining table, kitchen island, and then like this long line of sight. If that's possible. The ghost isn't in the nursery. Alright, now we are on Willow Street. So as far as cursed possessions go, as soon as you walk inside, you could have a music box right here by this cute little kitty. You could have tarot cards on this table right here. If you go into the garage, you could have a Ouija board on this washer. I think it's the washer, right? You could have a mirror on the corner, on the floor, right there. Monkey paw will spawn in this cabinet right there. The voodoo doll will spawn in this boy's bedroom, I suppose. Right here in this cabinet with the teddy bear. And the summoning circle, hello bone, let me have it, will spawn in the basement, on the floor where they love to be, right there. Willow Street has 2 breaker spawns, the first one being in the garage, right here, and the second breaker could spawn down here, right there. And as far as hiding spots go, you could have a potential hiding spot as soon as you walk in the living room. In the garage, there's actually 3 potential hiding spots. You have one in the corner there, has to look like that. One here. This hiding spot's a little tricky, because if the ghost goes around the car, and you're sitting back here, it could potentially line of sight with you. You kind of have to be careful where you're standing, where you're crouching in here, I should say. But this spot is also technically a hiding spot. And then this one is also a hiding spot. You go back here in the boys' bedroom. These boxes are also a hiding spot. Now, in this bedroom, let me turn off some lights so I don't pop the breaker. This bedroom's a little tricky, because this is technically a hiding spot. But if the ghost comes over here, they like see you and then kill you. And I honestly don't know exactly how you're supposed to use this hiding spot. I don't know if you're supposed to like hug this chair, but I low-key sometimes feel safer sitting right here. I mean, if the ghost walks over there, it's gonna see me, but I just try not to hide in this room, especially if it is the ghost room. I try to hide somewhere else. Okay, this ghost is just taking a shower. Not the time. Not the time. Okay, so now down into the basement. We have a potential hiding spot in here. Am I gonna pop? I'm afraid I'm gonna pop the breaker. Hold on. This is technically a hiding spot. I have died here before, though. Actually, if I'm gonna hide in this room, I usually start here. And then if I know the ghost isn't gonna come in this room, then I might move over here. But the ghost can't see you through this shelf. So I actually feel a lot safer here. If the ghost comes in this room and walks over here, it's gonna kill you. So I usually start here, and you actually like kind of move around. If the ghost does come in this room, you can continue to block line of sight and get away. This room does not have a hiding spot. Just kind of death in there. This tire is technically a hiding spot. I don't feel particularly safe here, but technically it's supposed to be. And then these trash cans right over here are also a hiding spot. Alright, I don't know if I'm gonna keep showcasing the looping spots because I feel like they're pretty self-explanatory. Maybe I'll just showcase like the more difficult ones, but the two best looping spots on Willow Street are this kitchen island. Again, another one that you can like crouch loop behind. If you keep your flashlight on when you're looping, the ghost won't get faster, but it'll continue to follow you so that you can get like intel on what the ghost might be. Same with this truck in the garage. You can also like, you could probably even almost stand loop it, but it will get faster if it sees you like over this truck bed, or like right here. But this is also a looping spot. Those are the best two looping spots on Willow Street. I've done a couple challenges with friends where we try to loop around here, but it does not go well, so I do not recommend that spot. Alright, now we are on to high school, and I'm gonna be honest, we'll go through the cursed possessions really quick before I talk about like hiding and looping. But wow, it's like, what, the light's over here. All of the cursed possessions on the high school are going to be in this main room right here. So as you can see over here, we have tarot cards. I believe there's like a mirror right here. Monkey paw right there. Music box. Summoning circle. Voodoo doll. It'll all be in this room. Ouija board right there. So if you want to use cursed possession, just come here and then look in like the benches on the floor and you'll find it. High school has 3 potential breaker spawns. On the first floor, the breakers will be either under each stairs. So like, we'll go to the stairs on the right side first. It could potentially be like right there. It's not. And on the other side, underneath these stairs. Bring up brightness so you can see just a little bit better. It's so dark in here. Other breaker could potentially be right there, which ours is. And the last breaker spawn is upstairs on the left side of the map. So we're just going to go upstairs, down the hallway. And so you have a bathroom here, and then the next room, which is like a storage room, the breaker could potentially be right here. Now, as far as hiding spots go, it's actually changed a lot since I last made the hiding spot video. Usually I just use the bathroom. So like in the lockers, you could, you know, crouch here and just listen to where the ghost is coming from. Like you can use a couple like nuanced things. I usually just use the bathrooms, which there are 4 bathrooms on the map. 1 on each side, and then 2. Yeah, 1 on each side, 2 on each floor, if that makes sense. So like there's bathrooms here, and they're also mirrored on the other side of the high school. And then you go upstairs, it's the same setup. So when you come inside, you always know you'll have a bathroom. Like a ballast here on each side. And now these, as far as safety, I've only died here a couple times. Some weird occasions. I'm still not 100% sure if you need to actually hold the bathroom door shut. I've just kind of stopped holding it and then just maybe kind of grab it shut if the ghost happens to touch it. This is usually where I hide. And I usually don't actually loop the ghost. I just stand like by a bathroom with a smudge stick and get like a really long visual going down the hallway and then retreat into the bathroom. Not really a whole lot of great looping spots. I mean, if you go into like a classroom, you could maybe argue that you could like loop it around here, but then like, where do you hide? TLDR high school is just a weird map. I don't really play on it. I'll show you a couple other spots that are kind of fun for looping if the ghost happens to be near there. I might pop the breaker here. No, okay. This spot here actually blocks line of sight if you crouch loop. You just gotta be careful of the ghost being like here and you're at the other end. The ghost will speed up there. So you have to like save your sprint to make sure you're speeding around these longer edges, but you can actually crouch loop the ghost here or just crouch and hide if the ghost happens to come in this room. So these, I believe there is... God, I can't remember if there's one on the other side of the map. Okay, yeah, so it looks like there might be these like setups, kind of like the bathrooms on each side of the map on each floor. If that makes sense. So we're at the back of the high school right now. So let me show you. Yeah, so like here's the door to the backyard. Here are the like the chemistry rooms. Ta-da! And there'll also be one right above us, and then one on the other side of the map. So I sometimes use that spot if the ghost is near here, but it's just such a big map, it's kind of rare that they'll be in that area. I usually just use the bathrooms. And then if the ghost happens to be near here, I have gotten away. Oh, this is in the library. Hold on. In the library, I have gotten away with hiding here a couple times. So this is the very back of the library. You just gotta hope the ghost doesn't come right here. Which they usually don't. As long as they aren't like following you into this room, they probably shouldn't go over there. But yeah, high school's kind of weird for like hiding and looping spots. Like I mentioned, I usually just hang out outside a bathroom, wait for the ghost to come around the corner, get a visual, get the information I need, smudge, and then retreat into the bathroom. Alright, since these spots are kind of like a little wonky, I'll go and show you really quick how I do it, if my explanation wasn't fantastic. Let me go ahead and grab... what cursed possession I want to use. It also depends on where the ghost is. I think if I like wish to be safe, and then get the ghost to come over, that might be better. Wishing to be safe allows the ghost to like know where you are at all times on the map if you're like talking or if you're using electronic. So if you're trying to get the ghost to like come over to you instead of you going to find it, it can help. And wish to be safe really quick. I don't know what light it just popped, but it popped a light somewhere. Alright, and I will go ahead and... It's so dark in here. We'll just use the music box. Yeah, the ghost is like nowhere near me right now. Just use this to drain my sanity. Should be hunting somewhere. If I hold my flashlight on like this, it should just come straight over here. Even if it's not a Dio. Even yokais, if you wish to be safe, will still like sense your flashlight anywhere on the map. Here we go. It should come in. Alright. Yeah, just kind of sit here. Get my visual. Smudge. Go in here. Alright. So since the ghost came from that way, I'll try to go to like a science room on this side of the map, maybe? And I'll loop this next one without a smudge. Oh, okay, I think I just heard it throw something in the library, maybe? Nope, here he comes, right on cue. So as you can see, he's not getting any faster. Well, he is actually getting a little bit faster, but I'm just not taking it. Why, I don't know. Yeah, so like if I did turn my flashlight off, I could lose him. He's just like, where'd you go? I don't know where you are. Where'd you go? Nope. Yo, he might be in Obake. He's skipping some footsteps right now. He's off the scene. I'm trying to bring him back. Oh, okay, hunt's over. Yeah, that's how you can use those benches. Those benches are pretty good. But the ghost has to be nearby, obviously, to be able to utilize them the best way. Okay, now we are in Blissdale. So as far as cursed possessions go, you could have a couple in here. You could have the tarot cards on this desk. The mirror on the wall. In the living room, you could have the music box on this table by the deer and the phone. The Ouija board spawns in the workshop back here on the bench right there. And then if we go upstairs, hello bone. So bad picking those up. Upstairs, you could have the monkey paw on this chest right here. You could have the voodoo doll on this chair with the beer can. And then the semicircle will spawn up in the attic over here on the floor. Blissdale has 3 potential breaker spawns. The first one being behind, I guess underneath the stairs right there. Second one being in the workshop over here. Be right there, which is where ours is. And the last breaker spawn is all the way up in the attic. It could be right there. And as far as the looping spots go, you got like probably 3 options. You could use this couch in here. It does not block line of sight though, so you'd like loop it maybe once, maybe twice, and then retreat to like this hiding spot if you have it, or there could also potentially be a hiding spot in here. You could also loop it, and even then, I got it. You could loop it on the couch, then potentially even go in here and crouch behind the kitchen island, because this is also another looping spot, kind of like the one on Tanglewood, Willow, Grafton, where you can crouch loop behind it. So if you just sit here with your flashlight on, the ghost won't find you. And same with this dining room table. You can actually crouch behind this and the ghost will not see you. I don't know about crouch looping though, because I feel like it'd be hard to see the ghost. But you could hide behind here and also loop it and then crouch if you need to. As far as hiding spots go, like I mentioned, you have this one in here. This one here was just another tricky one. You kind of have to find the sweet spot where the ghost isn't going to see you. I think about here might be the safest spot, like right by the beam. I think if you go back here, the ghost might see you through the cracks. I've definitely died there a couple times for no reason. I also really like this spot in here. It's not an official hiding spot, but I have survived here more than I should. As long as the ghost doesn't come right here. Or spawn on top of you, of course. And then the workshop, you have the lockers right there. I've also survived kind of like crouching here if I couldn't get in the locker in time, and then when the ghost walks away. As long as the ghost doesn't spawn, let's see, back in that corner. So if you have to like hide outside before you go, because if the ghost sees you hide, you're dead. So if you have to like quickly hide here, then get in the locker. That could also potentially work. Then upstairs, you have hiding in the laundry room. I have a lot of lights on, I'm afraid. Right here. I've also heard people tell me they've survived here. I've never tried it. I would definitely, if this spot's open, I would definitely try this one over that one. And then in this bedroom where the monkey paw is, you have this room divider thing you can hide behind. In this room over here, I have had some survivability hiding here as long as the ghost doesn't spawn or walk over there. And then supposedly this mannequin, if you just kind of put your face right here, Monka TOS, is supposed to save you. I've actually died here once because the ghost spawned over here, so I honestly would only use that as a last resort. And then upstairs, we have another one of these dividers. Oh, went to the wrong side. Let me go. Right here. I'm going to try to turn the light on up here because it's so dark. Okay, now pop the breaker. Nice. You have this bookcase over here. You could hide behind. You could probably even get away with like hiding here, as long as the ghost doesn't path over here. I don't know if I trust that trash can. And then you also have another bookcase. This one's not as safe. This would just be like low key. The key to hiding is just making sure you're behind an object that blocks line of sight, and just listen to see if the ghost comes near you and if you have to move. But definitely these dividers in that bookcase over there are safe. Alright, so now we're on Sunny Meadows, and I'm not gonna go through Sunny Meadows Restricted as well because it's basically Sunny Meadows but just a portion of it. So I imagine if you watch this, you'd be fine also then going to Sunny Meadows Restricted. So cursed possessions, they're all gonna spawn in the chapel right here on the altar, I suppose. They'll all be right here. And then you have the monkey paw that could be against the cross. The semicircle's in the middle, and then all the other items right there. Monkey paw right there. Now, as far as the breaker spawns go on Sunny Meadows, you could potentially have a breaker that spawns like right here. If you go downstairs, which I believe is where our breaker is, you have a breaker spawn right there. Now we're back upstairs, heading towards the utility room. There can be a breaker spawn right there. And into the courtyard. It's really awkwardly bright because I turn on my brightness. You could have a breaker that spawns right here. And then the last breaker spawn You go back into the kitchens, kind of near the barrel hiding spot. Ta-da! Right there. The breaker could spawn right there. Now, as far as hiding spots go on Sunny Meadows, when you first walk in, you could have a hiding spot behind this. Right here. Go back towards the chapel and take a left. You have a locker. I should say could, because remember these spots could be blocked. You could have a locker right here. I think we'll just keep going this way. Yeah, we'll go this way. I'm not gonna show any like god spots. I know about them, trust me. But I'm not gonna show them just because I don't really like play that way, and I don't like want to encourage that play style. I'm gonna show some like really broken looping spots, but I'm not gonna show the actual like god spots. Okay, this also can work as a hiding spot. I think the only time I've died here is had like a wraith spawn on top of me, or like a ghost vented on me and then hunted. This spot in here is also a hiding spot. Now I know if the bed's facing a different way, it becomes a god spot, but we're not gonna talk about it. I'm just keep going down the hallway. I'm double checking that there's no hiding spots in these rooms. We're not gonna talk about that bed. I do know about it though. At the very end of the hallway, so we're in the west wing upstairs right now. You have a hiding spot behind this bookcase, right here. If you go into this, I'm gonna call it the like music room. This spot, it's kind of a god spot. I may not talk about it. You can smoosh yourself into there. This is also technically supposed to be a hiding spot, but I've definitely died here before when I shouldn't have. I don't know why. It's just Phasmo being Phasmo, but it's technically supposed to be a hiding spot behind that bookcase. I've also gotten away with going behind here and just hiding behind this TV. You know, as long as the ghost doesn't come like right here, you can block line of sight and get away with that. Alright, so now we're going downstairs into the west wing. We'll start with the morgue. The morgue has... Oh god, I should turn some lights off. Oh, those flies are so loud. The morgue has a locker right here. And this table right here also blocks line of sight. It's another like kind of a crouch looping spot if you wanted to, or you could even like hide behind it. Alright, so going down the hallway in this first room. What if I like crank up the brightness for everybody? Will that like help? Since I'm too afraid. There you go, that's a little bit better. Since I'm too worried to turn lights on and pop the picker. This is also a hiding spot, as long as the ghost doesn't spawn like inside your soul, or right here. You can hide behind this divider. Go into the next room. I don't think this might be, yeah, this could probably be a hiding spot. As I like to say, any hiding spot's a hiding spot if you're brave enough. We'll talk about that bed later. Actually, we're going to talk about it right now. You can crouch right here. The ghost won't see you unless it comes over here. And you also can use it as a looping spot, which I'll showcase later. Okay, let's go. This room, yes, also has a hiding spot. Right here. Keep going down the hallway. Double check. You could probably get away with hiding here. Oh yeah, I'd imagine. This wing is such a good wing if you have the ghost in here. There's so many places to hide. It's so wonderful. And then this spot also right here. Now, keep in mind if the ghost walks all the way here and sees you, you're probably gonna die. You just kind of hope and pray it doesn't do that. Okay, stepping out of the like wing. If we go into this little room, and it looks like that. You have a hiding spot right here. And then going into, so we're like still in the basement. Here are the stairs that go upstairs. This is like this room has a name. You all probably know it, I can't remember it. You have a hiding spot right here. I also do know about using this as a looping spot. Because like the ghost can't like go in between here and here. I just don't like to use it, so I'm not going to talk about it in this video. Before we go into the east wing basement, I'll just show you this hiding spot right here. And then if you go to the stairs, you can also use this hiding spot, which works good in the gold trophy as well. This spot is open for the gold trophy. Okay, into the other side of the basement. There is not a lot of hiding over here. You just kind of hope you don't have a ghost over here. The hiding situation is not good. Oh, the ghost is also over here. Why would you look at that? Okay, so I'm just gonna show you the hiding spot. We go to the very last room in the East Wing basement, so like right here are the stairs that go up. In this room, you have the chair that's kind of like Grafton. It's a good hiding spot. You could also possibly get away with hiding here. I have heard of people dying here. It goes past there, but also an option. All right, let's go upstairs. So we're now in the East Wing upstairs. We'll just stay at the end of the hallway and I'll show you some hiding spots. This is technically also, I apologize for the woofing. This is also technically a hiding spot. I've died here for no reason before. So best of luck with that. I don't really know if I trust anywhere else in this room. This bed right here is kind of another one of those looping spots where the ghost can't go in between here and the wall. I never use this spot because it's so far away from everything. But this could be a really good looping spot if you need to use it. I'll just showcase the looping spots that I personally use. My dogs are really woofing out there. Let's see. No hiding in here. We're going to talk about this spot in a little bit. Alright, so in this room, you can hide back here, which can be a little scuffed sometimes. I've definitely died here when I shouldn't have, but it is an option. And I believe that concludes all the trustable hiding spots up here. Now, if you are in a pickle and you have nowhere to go, there's nothing wrong with just going into a room and just hiding behind the door and hoping you live. I'm not really right behind the door. Sometimes I'll go in a room and just sit here. If you can't get to an actual hiding spot. That is always an option. Can't promise you'll survive, but it is an option. Okay, so we've just stepped out of the East Wing. So right here is the chapel. And there's the front door. So technically, if you came in the front door, took a right, instead of going into the East Wing, you took a left. That's where we are now. In this, I call this a utility room. You have a hiding spot right here. I think this also, I've actually never used as a hiding spot, but I think you get away with using this couch as a hiding spot. Keep going down this hallway. I think it is, yes, this room. You can hide behind here. I do not believe there's any hiding in this room. And the laundry room, you have a couple options. Now, this spot right here is not 100% safe. I've had a lot of success with it, but also a few deaths. So, I definitely wouldn't hide here and like try to use it as a god spot because it's not. Like, I wouldn't sit here with your flashlight on and try to get the ghost aggro. Like, sometimes they get stuck right here, but then sometimes they figure out their life and then just come over here and just murk you. So, that spot can work in a pickle. Also can work for the gold trophy. I haven't tried this spot for the gold trophy yet, but I have hid here a couple times and been okay. So we're now in the kitchen area. In the kitchen, you have a hiding spot here. However, another scuffed one. Use at your own discretion. This spot over here, it's a spot. I will say that. I wouldn't 100% trust it, but it can work in a pickle. And also, in case you didn't know, it's not this door. On this map, you have a potato. Kind of like on Tanglewood. It makes the fun noise as well. Here, I'll take the potato with us for the rest of the tour. The tour of Sunny Meadows. And I think the last, like, trustable hiding spot in Sunny Meadows is right by these barrels, which still don't feel very safe sometimes, but they're an option. Okay, so continuing down the hallway, so the courtyard is right here. In not the first room, but the second room, I found some success hiding here. I've also found some death hiding here, so this is potentially an option. I definitely wouldn't, like, aggro the ghost in here and try to get its attention, but you could definitely hide there. Continuing on down, so, like, here's the classroom. I don't have any... Oh, actually, no, there is. I'm so used to playing with, like, very few hiding spots. I think you could probably get away with this as a hiding spot, as long as the ghost doesn't come right there. And then in this room, so right next to the classroom, you have a hiding spot right here. Oh, I just realized I almost forgot to showcase the piano hiding spot. The piano is also a good hiding spot. Not 100% safe, but works. You also get away with hiding behind this cross. Right here. You just gotta make sure that you're blocking line of sight. So if the ghost is like over there, you wanna make sure that the cross is like blocking it. Then if it comes over here, it's not like 100% safe, but it can work in a pickle. Alright, so now to showcase some spots where you can loop the ghost on Sunny Meadows. You have this desk in here. Preferably, you'd want to have this hiding spot in here if you're going to loop the ghost in here. But it's not like an infinite loop. You'll eventually have to smudge and run away. But this is an option. This desk in here. Sometimes, if the ghost is near the chapel, I'll like bring them in here, try to get some information, and then smudge and hide behind the piano. You usually don't have like a lot of time to get information about the ghost, but it is an option if you have nowhere else to take it. Okay, so now to showcase some of the perhaps more broken looping spots. Now I imagine these will eventually get patched, and I'm pretty sure the devs know about them, so please don't flame me in the comments for making a video about them. Pretty sure the devs know they exist. So I need to use the monkey paw which to be safe so that the ghost comes and finds me there. And then we will use the music box just to get to hunt and lower our sanity. Okay. So this spot right here is in the east wing upstairs. That's what it looks like. The ghost cannot fit in between here. So I'll show you how to use it. I think it's almost here. Are you even gonna be able to like... No, I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Okay, I'll try one more time to get the ghost to come over here. Oh. Okay, I will load into a different game and showcase that spot. I'll show you some of the other spots then. Now, there's nothing wrong, like, so when you get to the west wing upstairs, you can always just stand down the hallway and get a visual. I don't think there's any great looping spots over there, if you have to. But usually you can get the ghost to, like, come downstairs. So the next spot I'm going to showcase, hopefully we're close enough this time, is this looping spot right here. Actually, I'm not going to showcase this spot, because I don't want to, like... I've used it in a couple videos before, but I don't... I'm like, I'm so afraid I'm going to get these, like, patched. I'll showcase this one, though. Oh, the ghost, like, right next to us. Okay. Why are you so fast for a second? Wait. Yeah, so in this room, the ghost can't, like, fit in between this wheel. Actually, loop the ghost here. And if I wanted to, I could crouch right here and just completely lose the ghost aggro. First, unless he comes and checks in this room. But if you like didn't want to loop the ghost here, you just wanted to hide, you could go like this. So yeah, this spot out here is kind of the same concept. The ghost can't fit in between here, so you kind of just move and like this and this. And the ghost can't get you. I don't really want to showcase it. I mean, it's still a spot you can get patched, but that one kind of feels extra cheaty. Okay. Let's look at some other looping spots, though. Some other options. I think the only other main looping spot... Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Well, the spot you could really loop the ghost would probably be in the kitchen, which I don't know if we can even get the ghost to come over here in this game. I have to get into a new game. And you could probably loop the ghost around here. I'm not sure if you can get over this table. You could also, like, loop the ghost around here. I think you can block line of sight here. But once you get to this table, I do believe they can see you over it, so it will get faster. And you could always, like, retreat into this hiding spot here if you have it open. Alright, second attempt to see if the ghost is close enough to the east wing. Come over. Alright, attempt number 3. Hoping the ghost is gonna be near the looping spot. Alright, attempt number 4, I think? I'm honestly losing track at this point. This might be my last attempt. We'll see. Oh, lights are flickering. Let's go. It's game time. And so yeah, you just kind of move back and forth here. The ghost can't fit in between these two spots. No matter how fast it is, I've even done this at like 150 ghost speed. The ghost will not be able to get you. Now, I haven't tried like doing this and this and trying to get away with it yet. Might be able to. Yeah, it doesn't look like they see you. So you could even like turn off your flashlight and crouch here. A block sign of sight. Nice, okay. I'll go and bring her back over. Okie dokie. Alright, now we're on to prison. And kind of like the other big maps, all the cursed possessions are going to spawn in the first room that you come into. So you'll have like, could have a monkey paw here, tarot cards here, voodoo doll here, music box there, Ouija board will be on the floor, and then mirror spawns underneath this chair, and summoning circle, oh, ghost is nearby, it will be right there. Alright, so as far as the breaker spawns go, your first breaker spawn will be in this room on the left. You can sometimes see if it's here by like looking through the window. You'll like see like a little red light if it's off, a green light if it's on. But it'll be like right on this wall right here. And then if we go, there are two potential breakers, or I should say one potential breaker spawn in each block. It'll be in the same spot though, so like the one in A block will be on this wall, and the one in B block will also be on the wall like that. So I'm not going to show you both, but they'll be in that room if the breaker is there. And there are 3 potential breaker spawns upstairs. Let's go upstairs. The first one will be in the chief security officer room. So across from those like that like office room right there, which is where ours is, on the wall. Go down the hallway towards the infirmary. There could be a breaker spawn on this wall. So in the room where I showed the one hiding spot would be there. And the last breaker spawn will be on this wall. Now, as far as hiding spots go, I've gotten away with hiding right here. This first room. Got the lockers over there. Also gotten away with hiding this whole door right here. We'll just try out the first floor. We're on the first floor. I'll show you hiding spots I know about. If you come out of the lobby, so we come out of the lobby and take a left, go into the kind of like control. I don't know what to call this. Anyways, you can hide right here. Spots. Then if you go across the hallway, these doors, you can hide here. Now, assuming the ghost doesn't spawn in front of you or on top of you, of course. I'm not going to talk about both A and B block. I'll kind of talk about them as a whole because I sort of use them the same way. As far as hiding in here goes, I usually just go into a prison cell, shut the door, turn off my light, and hide right here. Usually I'll try to have a crucifix on me so the ghost can't spawn on top of me, but the ghost can't see you through these prison cell doors. So if the ghost doesn't look like it's coming into this room, you could even like get a visual on it, which is really nice. You can even use like these tables as a looping spot and then retreat into a cell after you've smudged. I don't know really if I would trust. I think you could maybe get away with hiding here if the ghost doesn't come in here, but like there's these lockers right here. Why couldn't they have made those hiding? But I guess they intended for us to use the prison cells as hiding. This will not block line of sight, by the way. The ghost will see you if it comes to this room. So I usually just sit here and hope the ghost doesn't come in here. Not always effective, but my strategy if the ghost is in A or B block. I don't believe there's any reliable hiding in the cafeteria, which is kind of unfortunate because sometimes ghosts like to be in here. I do believe that the ghost can see you over these counters, so if the ghost comes over here, you're kind of dead. So if the ghost is like in the cafeteria, I'll sometimes retreat into like this room where I showed you the hiding spot by that desk. Okay, so first floor I do believe is covered. Let's go up to the second floor. You might be able to get away actually in the bathrooms with hiding in a shower if the ghost doesn't come in here. That's sort of like one of those sit there and pray to hope that the ghost doesn't come in there. Alright, upstairs. Alright, so now upstairs. I want to talk about the bathrooms really quick. The bathrooms are kind of like on high school. Another hiding spot. Sometimes you'll die in here for weird reasons, but I've used these hiding spots pretty often and been fine. I do believe... Yeah, I don't think there's really any good hiding in the chief security officer room. But if you go across the hall into this, like, office room, I've gotten away with several times hiding here, as long as the ghost doesn't, you know, spawn on top of me and all that fun stuffs. Alright, down the hallway to this, like, a back area into the infirmary. I've gotten away with hiding here, as long as sometimes the ghost will path in here and then you're dead, but the ghost doesn't come in this room. That is also a spot. In this room, I mean, this desk blocks line of sight. You just hope the ghost doesn't come back here. like I mentioned earlier, any hiding spot's a hiding spot if you're brave enough and the ghost complies. In the infirmary room, here, I can probably turn this light on. It's so bright. You have the lockers right here. I do know about this spot. I'm not gonna talk about it. I do know about it though. I've also gotten away with hiding over here sometimes. As long as the ghost doesn't come in here. So we're out of the infirmary now, going this way. I believe the only super reliable spot here is if you have these trash cans. You can hide here. They're not always here though. I mean, you might be able to go with hiding like here. Actually looks like great. I don't know if this cabinet's always here though. Probably get away with hiding in this spot. Now, as far as looping spots go, there aren't a whole lot of options on prison. If the ghost is near the front, you could always use this right here to loop the ghost. It actually does. Oh, turn off the breaker. I didn't even realize that while we were up there. You can't actually crouch loop the ghost here, but there's a very long line of sight right here. Oh, hello, small demon child. There's a very long line of sight right here where the ghost can see you and speed up, so it's a little difficult to crouch loop there, but also an option. And then you can always retreat into these lockers if you need to. Like I mentioned... Oh my god, you are just like a little demon child. Like I mentioned, in A or B block, you could use these tables as a looping spot and then try to retreat into a prison cell. And then upstairs, usually what I do if the ghost is up here, like say maybe in the bathrooms or in the office, I'll just try to get a distance to where I can get like a good line of sight with them, smudge, and then retreat into the bathrooms or this one hiding spot that I showed you over there. Up here, there really aren't any looping spots. I mean, I guess you could loop the ghost around here if you wanted to. Kind of hard to see over the computers though. But I usually just get like in a good long line of sight with them, then smudge and hide. Alright, I'll go and showcase how you can use these chairs as a looping spot. I am still on like infinite sprint and fast movement speed. Because this is a big map and I was kind of lazy about changing it. I do apologize. Let's try and get this ghost to hunt really quick. Are you just not gonna hunt? Okay. There we go. Nope, you're just gonna... Oh, you broke the light in here. Alright, well she should just hunt on her own, I'd imagine. She actually started blowing out the candles in the summoning circle. Oh, maybe she's an Onryo. Can I put these out? No. I'm actually not sure if Onryos can blow out the summoning circle candles. Like, so the reason I can't light all the candles is because my sanity is too low to light them. So I can't light them all to start a hunt. I can just use a curse. I'll just use a different curse possession then. Let's see. So dark in here though. Alright, this should... Here we go. Okay. Now it is the little demon child ghost. So we can't really see what she looks like. But I'm just using like audio cues right now to see which way she's coming from. And if I were to turn off my flashlight and just listen to which way she's coming from, she'll actually eventually lose me. She can't see me over it. But like if I wanted to, she comes back. Ma'am, could you come back, please? Okay. So I'm still on infinite sprint and stuff, so I do apologize for the scuff speed. But if I wanted to, you know, I could like loop around here like maybe once. Smudger, and just go and hide in here. Alright, now we are on to Maple Lodge campsite, and a fun fact about both campsites I should say, is that you have a chance for Slenderman to spawn. This is one spawn point on Maple Lodge, right outside the van. He's actually here this time. What's up, dude? Oh, my printer just said hello. I'm not sure of all the spawn points for Slenderman. Let's go and talk about cursed possessions, though. So your first cursed possession can potentially be in this room. It'll be the mirror. And if you go this way, you have a potential generator spawn, which we do. It's right here. Ouija board will spawn in this, like, closet storage room. And if you go to the left, over towards the campfire, you have a voodoo doll that could spawn right there. I think Slenderman can also spawn possibly over here. And then possibly over there. And if you keep going this way on the campfire, you could have tarot cards right here. And we're gonna go all the way towards the cabin now, where the rest of the cursed items can spawn. The monkey paw would spawn at the end of the dock in this chair. And there's also a little Jason Voorhees mask Easter egg. You just gotta stand here and it'll pop up. The music box will spawn right here. And you have to pick up the key that's right here to be able to open this door. And then the summoning circle. And look at that bone spawn. Will be right here. As far as generators go, I showed you the one by the bathrooms. There could also potentially be a generator back here by the cabin. Another generator can spawn right here. And the last generator spawn will be over by the campfire. Going this way, around the band, and it can spawn over there. Now, as far as hiding spots go, you can try using the bathroom stalls, but they're not super effective. I have gotten away a couple times with hiding in here, as long as the ghost doesn't pass in here. I don't really trust the bathroom stalls, I'm gonna be honest. And I do know about the one bathroom stall in here, but I'm not gonna talk about it. And then you also have tents that you can hide in. Some of the times they'll be blocked, and sometimes it's a little hard to shut the tent door. But really any tent that looks like that isn't full of stuff, you can go in, close the door, and hide. You have one there, you have like 3 there, another one here. I'm not 100% sure how safe this spot is. Potentially hide here in a pickle. I think there are some more. There's like one more small tent around the bend. And then if you go this way towards the cabin, this is a hiding spot. And then towards the cabin, on the porch, these coolers are a hiding spot. And then if you go upstairs, I do know about this plant. I'm not going to talk about it though. If you go upstairs, you can hide back here. It's like that. Oh, the ghost is actually in here. Hello. It's always so funny when the ghost is like where I'm trying to showcase hiding spots. Now, as far as looping spots go, you got a couple of options. You can use these picnic tables to loop the ghost. They don't really break line of sight if you crouch. Like, the ghost can see you from this angle for some reason. Like, through this area, the ghost can see you, like, super easily. So you probably would have to stand loop here and then just retreat to, like, the tent or maybe the bathrooms. So there's another picnic table over there. Usually on Maple Lodge, I just kind of, like, if the ghost stays over there, I'll just stand here, get a really good visual, and then hide in a tent. I know in Camp Woodwind, the fire pit blocks line of sight. I'm not sure if it works on maybe we can test that out. Maple Lodge, see if it blocks line of sight. And in the cabin, I have looped the ghost like around this table. It's not great, but it works in a pinch, and then smudged and like retreated out here. Alright, I say we go and get the ghost to hunt and see if I actually can block line of sight with the fireplace, the fire pit here. I know you can on Camp Woodwind. I'm not sure about Maple Lodge. I think it has to walk all the way from the cabin, so we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna use the monkey bot, which should be safe, so that it would come over here. Alright, I think it's coming over. Alright. I think it's actually a miling. It's super quiet. It's kind of hard to see. Okay, so it does look like this campfire does block line of sight. So you could even use this as as a hiding spot. Like as you see though, I am having to like move to make sure that the ghost doesn't see me. Alright, so now we're on to Camp Woodwind. So let's talk about cursed possession spawns really quick. And when you first walk inside, you could have tarot cards right here. Hello, Bone. If you go into this yellow tent, there could be a music box right here. On this wooden structure is where the monkey paw will spawn. Voodoo doll could spawn right there. Mirror will spawn right here. The summoning circle will be right there. And the Ouija board will be over here. Easy peasy stuff. Now, as far as hiding spots go, you could have these coolers. Oh, hello. Right here. There's also coolers over here. Now, the one thing I'll preface about Camp Woodwind is that there is so much line of sight the ghost could have with you. So say if the ghost hunts from over here and you're running, and you go to hide right here, there's a very likely chance the ghost saw you hide. Which is unfortunate. I usually try to at least make sure I've smudged before I hide in one of these very open spots. So just be careful of that, especially on Camp Woodwind. These tents, kind of like on Maple Lodge, you can hide in those. There's also a hiding spot in this yellow tent. Right here. The bathroom stalls on Camp Woodwind, again, hit or miss. I could use them at a pinch, but I'll leave that up to you. And sometimes this spot works, but not very often. So again, you can use that in a pinch. And the generator always spawns right there. Oh my god, that sound haunts my dreams. Alright, and as far as looping spots go, if you've watched my previous videos on the Camp Woodwind farming strat, you've probably seen me use this spot. It is not a great spot for blocking line of sight. Like, I've found the only spots to break line of sight are like right here. Like this shorter end. If the ghost sees you across here, like say the ghost on the other side, they will actually see you. This does not block line of sight. But if you're on like this side and the ghost is over there, it won't know you're here. So, not a great like crouch looping spot, but you could like say loop the ghost here and then retreat, smudge and retreat here. The campfire, kind of like on Maple Lodge, blocks line of sight, so you could sit here, do a couple tests. And sometimes what I do, if I'm in a really bad situation, is I'll like kind of use this kind of circle of tents right here to block line of sight and get away. This is a really good spot if you're like, the ghost is chasing you and you like, kind of run this way. You usually block enough line of sight, assuming like your flashlight's off, you have no equipment on. The ghost will lose you. So sometimes I'll go over here and like use this to get away. Alright, and I can go ahead and try to showcase probably the campfire spot. I mean, I kind of did it on Maple Lodge. I showed the campfire spot, but go ahead and showcase it here as well. We'll try to use, I think my sanity might be high enough to use this. Let's see. Oh gosh. So what happened there is the ghost tried to hunt right as I used the summoning circle. So instead of there being an event, it just immediately hunted. But as you can see, the ghost doesn't know I'm here. I could do like a yokai test right here by putting on my radio. See, like turns around. Oh, ghosty? Ghosty? Okay, not a yokai. Yeah, he came like straight over here. Now, one thing I'll warn you about with this spot is that this rock right here, you can get stuck on it. So just be careful about this rock right here. Alright, well I do believe those are all the maps. All the information I have for you guys today about cursed possessions, hiding spots, looping spots, generator spots. Oh yeah, also Slenderman can sometimes spawn in this map right here. Sometimes over there. Oh, I guess we're getting hunted again. Hold on 1 second. And then the last Slenderman spot will be over here, which he isn't here this time, unfortunately. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you found it helpful. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. But if you found yourself liking the video, make sure to drop it a like. If you'd love to drop me a sub, good luck ghost hunting, and I will see you in the next one.